Alright guys, what up? Diaz Vlogs, and we're back again with another vehicle review today. And we got the homie today. Why don't you introduce yourself, broski?
I'm Mason. I drive a Mopar. It is one of 500. It is a nice little car, you know, a little daily driver, but it's also, you know, the project. We're gonna get it going soon, and hopefully we'll have some real power and something nice to hang out and cruise with the homies.
Heck yeah. And actually, do you have social media, right? Like, what social media platforms are you best known on so people can follow you right on there?
Right now I have Instagram. It's starting to grow. I just got over 300 followers, and then very shortly I will be starting my own YouTube channel. And I'll have Joey here keep you guys updated once that goes up. So
heck yeah. And make sure you guys stay tuned because his stuff's gonna be really amazing.
Yes.
And so actually we are gonna showcase the car in 3, 2, but before actually we hit 1, make sure you guys please give a like, share, comment, and subscribe, and put down below what you guys think it is. All right, now 3, 2, 1, bam, here it is. So we got the Dodge Dart GT. What year is this?
This is a 2013 Mopar edition. It's got the 1.4 turbo. I just got it a few months ago, so I haven't done too much to it. I'm still in the process of upgrading some stuff and taking off some of the stuff from the previous owner. But I bought the car about 9 months ago. It had 12,000 miles on it.
Oh snap, okay.
For 2013, you know, buying it as a 6-year-old car with 12,000 miles on it, that's pretty solid. But yeah, pretty soon we're gonna have this thing. It's gonna be really clean, you know.
Yeah, definitely. And actually the exterior feature, because this is the Mopar edition, it came actually from the factory like this with the blue, right?
Yes.
All right, so it's got the blue on top, and as you guys can see, it's got Mopar on top, which I definitely like that. Definitely got to show that, you know, you got one of a kind. It goes all the way to the back. That's actually his social media right there, 630 Slow Dart. I love the stickers in the back.
Yeah, I picked up a lot of these at the car meets and everything, or, you know, I get stickers from parts. You know, you gotta rep the parts that you got in the car, so I always just throw them in here.
Heck yeah, for sure.
But yeah, so the aftermarket things that I've done, I've put on these resonated tips. And then I have a full straight pipe with a 2.5-inch downpipe. Okay. And then a cold air intake. Pretty soon here we're gonna get it tuned so that we can have 2 steps, so we can shoot bigger flames than we already do now.
Heck yeah.
And then she's also going to be getting some Godspeed coilovers, which highly recommend. We're going to be getting a 2.5-inch drop, so we'll be pretty low,
sitting nice and low.
Maybe we'll get a little bit of camber in there, but we're not sure yet, you know.
Yeah.
But
actually, Godspeed's the way to go, man. And actually, except for the exhaust, check it out, the blue tips right here. I like how you can see it right then and there. And then the diffuser too, from the factory, right?
Yeah, the diffuser is factory. Before it just had like fake tips over it, and it was just like chrome, and I was like, you know, I don't really like that. I got a whole blue and black kind of setup. I was like, I gotta go with the burnt tips.
Oh yeah.
And so I'm running some AMS tips. 20 bucks, got them off Facebook Marketplace.
Heck yeah.
Best place to buy parts, used parts, you know. So that was definitely something that was definitely needed. Definitely a cheap upgrade that helped the overall look of the back end of the car, I feel.
Heck yeah, definitely, you know. And what I really like about it too is that it really shows, you know, like on the car, when you see like the Mopar design and the multi-air turbo, like it's got genuine actual like parts, like performance from, you know, Dodge and like the actual Mopar, so it's pretty dope.
This car actually comes factory with upgraded internals and upgraded suspension. Like, it's running Jegs performance suspension right now. And that's all just because of the Mopar edition. So they added a whole bunch of cool features like that, and I've got the 8-inch touchscreen on the inside, and all the limited edition seats and stuff like that. So
that's beautiful. And actually, speaking of which, we're gonna check out more of the engine first, and then we're gonna move on to the interior. So if you actually want to pop the hood, we can definitely check out what you got going on under there. And I'm super stoked and excited, you know, to see under there. Even though I've seen it a couple times, I can't wait for you guys to see it, because it's actually pretty dope how you can see the turbo right then and there. But here we go. This is what was it, the 1.4? 1.4.
Yeah, this is my turbo. It's a little guy. Eventually we'll get a big boy in there eventually, but you know, just gotta work with what you have.
For sure.
Then we got my, you know, my catless downpipe here, and my cold air intake. Eventually I think get a aftermarket cover to put over it, because I've seen a few of them. And one of my buddies on Instagram, he runs Darts of America. And so he like sells a bunch of like aftermarket parts and everything, and they have a aftermarket hood cover. They look pretty cool, you know, it's carbon fiber and everything. And considering I'm gonna have the carbon fiber hood with the hood scoop and everything on it,
that's gonna be dope.
I was like, I figure if I have some more carbon fiber accents in here, it'll look a little bit cleaner.
And the hood scoop, you know, to cool it down too, because with all the stuff it's gonna be pushing out, it's gonna be totally worth it though, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right now I'm sitting at about 200 wheel, and probably in a few weeks I'll be at like 250, 275. And then once we go big turbo, we should be over 3. So
over 3
for a small car like this, that's, you know, it's lightweight. Like it weighs just over, I want to say 2,800 pounds. 28. So, you know, for a 4-door car, it's pretty light.
Heck yeah.
And I mean, it's not the fastest right now, but once, like I said, I'm gonna get the tune and everything, and once this thing's fully built, it'll move. And I just haven't decided if, you know, I want to keep this engine and completely build it. You know, or if I was thinking about possibly keeping this motor off to the side and going and buying like a crashed SRT4 Neon. And taking the motor out of that and putting it in here. So
definitely.
We'll see.
We'll definitely see. And actually, in terms for like building up on the engine and what you were gonna do to it, were you thinking about doing like different injection like units, like for more performance for right now, or were you thinking about something later, probably for the different one?
Yeah, I'm gonna upgrade my fuel injectors and my fuel pump, and because once I get my tune, I'll be able to run on E85. So I'm gonna run it on E85. Hopefully, I'll get a little bit more power. Hopefully, it'll hold boost a little bit better. Maybe we can up it a little more. Right now, I do believe that I have a boost leak, so I think I'm only sitting at about like 5 or 6 pounds of boost. So once I get that fixed and get everything all situated, we should be sitting about safely with this turbo. I can run about 12 pounds of boost. 12
pounds.
And then once we upgrade it, we'll be sitting, you know, up there with the Civics and everything, and, you know, running like 20 pounds of boost. So
big boost.
Yeah.
That'll be dope.
Yeah, it's gonna get there. It's just it's all a process, you know. And like I said, I haven't had this car for too long, so I've just done a little bit in the meantime, and, you know, so I've been slowly starting to build it, and then it's, you know, you gotta make that money first to be able to get in there. And with this quarantine and everything, it's a little hard to get the money to continue building it. So probably after quarantine, we'll definitely have some huge
difference.
Upgrades.
Means more car parts.
For sure. And actually, now that you were talking about it, now it's just clear and makes more sense. Now I finally understand, you know, which is pretty dope. And so once when you do run these upgrades, I'm hoping to see, you know, a lot, because the thing is, the car is super incredibly light, you know, for being just a Dart, you know, and with pushing out the turbo, you know, and then upgrading the injection in the future, oh man, you'll be flying. And even if you do get the SRT4 motor, you know, you're gonna be flying, dude.
Yeah, and the only reason why I wanted to do an SRT4 motor is because I've only ever seen one of these that has an SRT4 motor swapped into it. So I figured, you know, it'd be a cool learning experience, and once I start my YouTube channel, if I decided to do that, you know, it would be a cool video to be able to show other people, or that's kind of mainly what I want to do, because all my other cars that I've had in the past are all supercharged or V8s or trucks and stuff like that. So this is my first turboed car, and so a lot of the upgrades and stuff that I haven't done, or like upping boost and stuff like that, I've never had to do that before, really, like, and mess with the turbo. So, you know, when it comes to stuff with the turbo, it's all like YouTube. I go on YouTube and I find other stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that people haven't made videos on. So I kind of want to be, you know, that person to go out there and, you know, if someone has a question, or there's a lot of cars that are similar to this, like the Chevy Cruze and, you know, stuff like that, and the Fiats are all have this motor. So I was thinking, you know, I could help other people out, and that's kind of the main goal, you know, in the car community, is help everybody out. So
heck yeah, you know, we're all like one big family, you know. And so actually we're gonna move from, you know, the engine, we're gonna check out the inside, and then when we check out the inside and then do kind of like a little bit more of the review, then we'll actually go for a drive, and then we'll see how it pulls, you know, and then we'll kind of just talk about how, like, you know, the suspension is, you know, like when cruising, basically vehicle dynamics, you know, just your experience when driving, and we'll definitely go into detail with that. And so actually check it out, this interior is actually speckle clean. I like how you got the Dart logo right there. I like how you got the blue accent, you know, going along, you know, the door handle. And so it's actually pretty sleek and nice design that they did. And when you actually check out the inside, guys, you got the blue Mopar leather seats, which actually looks custom, but that's how it came from factory, right?
Yeah, factory, they come with all the other seats are black with the blue accents, and the driver's seat is blue with the black accents.
And that's super dope, man. I love it. And this is the inside right here for you guys to see point of view. This is the shift. It is a 6-speed manual transmission. It shows right here number 439 out of 500, 2013, with the big touchscreen interface, which is definitely beautiful. And then we'll check out the seats over here.
Yeah, and
can't forget about the secret compartment.
Yeah, that's actually my favorite part of this car.
Oh wow!
The passenger seat lifts up, and I have storage in there.
That's so dope. Oh my gosh, I didn't even know that. The secret compartment. That's so cool, man. Oh dude, this is sick. I freaking love it already.
One plan that I definitely have for this passenger seat is I want to put nitrous under there and run it up to the front, and, you know, just to kind of mess with people, so that I can have that little purge blow off. And so that, you know, it'll intimidate people, even though my car won't actually be that fast. But it would definitely be a bit of an upgrade, or like a cool little feature.
Heck yes.
And so yeah,
definitely like a sleeping out method, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy. And we're gonna check out the back real quick. This is it, the view from the back side of the seat. You're running tints, right? What percentage are the tints that you have in your vehicle?
The tints right now, I believe, are 35%.
35%?
Yeah, they might be 25. I'm not positive. That's how it came when I got it. But soon I will be retinting to 5% all the way around.
To 5%?
Yeah, it's a little tough because I do have a backup camera, but I don't always like to trust my backup camera. I only use that for when, you know, like I'm already in a spot and I'm kind of like seeing how close I am to another car or a wall or something.
Definitely.
And so it's a little tough at night. It gets really dark.
Yeah.
So, you know, the first 3 days after I get the tints, it's gonna be a little rough driving at night. But I think that it'll definitely work.
It'll definitely work.
Look good though. It'll make it look a lot better.
Heck yeah.
Especially with how I'm gonna have the car right now, with the all black kind of look. But once I get the car wrapped, I think it'll still look good, because you know, the only thing I'm worried about is how well it'll look once I have the wheels done. Yeah. Because the wheels, I'm gonna have 2 different setup of wheels. I'm gonna have one that's gonna be powder coated. I just haven't figured out a set color yet.
Yeah, like what color to go along with.
Because the whole car will be wrapped a Aura blue, which is like a chrome,
like blue color, yeah.
And so I know one set of wheels that I'm gonna get are the Cosmos racing wheels that are deep dish and 5-spoke, and they're gonna be all white. And so
I like it.
I feel like that'll look good, but then I haven't decided. You know, I'm gonna get the spider web spoke off of another Dodge Dart and see how those look. I might leave them, you know, just stock factory, just the chrome, because those might end up being just my winter tires if I decide to not get another car, because this is my daily right now.
For sure.
So
actually, let's check out the wheels actually that are on here. As soon as you mentioned wheels, I was like, I haven't even told them yet about the the wheels. You got some 225 40 18s. Are they the same in the back as well, or are they staggered?
No, I have the centered all the way around. I'm running a 18-inch custom black rim from Chrysler. And then these are specific for the Mopar edition. And these aren't cheap, because, you know, Mopar, a lot of their parts are pretty expensive.
Pretty expensive since they're genuine.
Yeah, these wheels are around $375 a piece. And then the tire itself is another $300.
Yeah.
But luckily, when I bought the car, I was fortunate enough to get the road hazard package. So anytime I have a blowout, or I hit a pothole and I bend a rim or something, or crack a rim,
it's covered.
It's covered. So they just give me another one.
Yeah.
But obviously that's definitely needed, because as you can see by this sticker here, we abuse this car a lot. So it is a daily driver, but it is also my wannabe race car. So
yeah,
you know, we beat on her a little bit, but you know, we try to keep it calm when we need to and crazy when we don't. So
for sure. And now that we got everything we got, from ranging from the exterior, the engine, the mechanical work you wanted to talk about, and then we got the beautiful interior with the blue leather seats, why don't we actually go for a drive? We can definitely just go around for probably like a, let's say for like a 10-minute like drive, you know, and we'll definitely talk about how smooth it is and see what we can, you know, figure out from the vehicle. Definitely this is going to be actually my first time actually rolling in the Dart, and so this is going to be definitely a fun experience, you know, for me, and you know, also for you guys as well. So let's dive right on in and let's check it out. Actually, before we even go in, let's check out the back exhaust, the startup. So we're actually going to clip out real quick, and then we're going to have them turn on the car, and then we're going to have the camera facing the back, and you guys will hear just the sugar and spice and everything nice. So we'll see you real quick. Alright guys, you guys definitely heard that for yourself. That was awesome. I love the pop and everything to the vehicle. Definitely, you know, just bam, he's got the exhaust set up. So now we're gonna go take a drive, and we're gonna see how the vehicle handles, and then after that we're gonna come right back and then hopefully close out the video. But we're gonna go talk about the specs real quick, so let's definitely hop on in. Woo, check it out. I feel like I'm going in a Rari. What up, sugar daddy?
What's up? What's up?
All right, I'm gonna have you hold the camera real quick so I can put on the seatbelt. Safeties first.
Yes, sir. Always safety first, man.
I forgot about it in the 2 previous videos. You know, I was like, oh snap.
Right.
I might have to clip that out just for the music. Oh yeah, we're gonna keep it cracked. Ah! This is dope. Sounds so good. This ride's smooth, man.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. I don't really find too many problems with it. It'll be a lot smoother once I get my new clutch and everything, because this clutch is pretty worn down, because I have learned, when I first got the car, it was a learning experience with you know, trying to get used to the clutch in the car and learning about it, and so it was definitely got some use with that. And then I taught my girlfriend how to drive stick on this car, and you know, I taught a lot of people how to drive in this car. So the clutch has seen, you know, a lot of action and everything. So eventually I'm gonna upgrade it, but I also want to upgrade to like a more performance clutch and everything, because right now it just has the OEM clutch, and it's not bad. like the clutch. It's just, you know, it's not that
responsive, you know,
right.
like
And once I get more power out of the car, it's gonna be a lot harder to do it with a stock clutch, because I'm gonna be probably over 300 torque. So that's gonna be a lot for the transmission. Yeah, and it's gonna be a lot of stress on that clutch.
Ooh, you can hear that turbo, my lord. Oh, dude, that's crisp. And I feel so comfortable actually sitting in this seat. I thought, you know, it was gonna be more like, like the, you know, the sport performance seats, but at the same time, like, it is that performance seat, but you also got the comfortability, you know, like, I can't explain it. It's just so, so good.
I mean, they're not great for like super long road trips, but they are, you know, like when you're just cruising, when we go out for a cruise or anything like that. It is a nice little seat. I did think about upgrading to like a bucket seat with racing, like a racing seat.
Heck yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, I don't really know how I feel about that, because these are like one-of-a-kind seats. Like, I've had people offer me like $600 just for the driver's seat, and I was like, I can't part with it, because like, if I ever do sell this car, I always keep everything that I do to this car. I keep the stock parts. Because if I'm gonna sell it, and you know, if somebody doesn't want the aftermarket parts, I'll take the aftermarket parts and sell them separately. And then, you know, they can have everything that's stock. And so that's one thing that I try to do. So I was like, if I sell these seats, I was like, I can't. And then I was like, you know, if I get an aftermarket seat, though, it kind of takes away from the whole limited edition,
you know, like,
and everything,
the rarity of it.
Right. So that was one thing that made me think. I was like, you know, it would be nice and it would be cool to have, but
I would definitely, you know, like, for the seat, try to save it, you know, and just for like collectors, because in the future, if you do ever think about doing something for the car, you know, or like if someone wanted it, man, like, you're gonna get like more than full value, you know, you're gonna get collector's value, you know, and that's the dope part about it.
And that's one thing I kind of want to get another car just to have, is like, you know, I kind of want to get something a little bit nicer. I've been looking at like some BMWs and stuff like that, but just something that like I can still go out and cruise with the boys and have like a nice looking car. But you know, something that's just like a little daily. And that way I can keep the miles down on this, and you know, build this, and that way if in the future, if I ever want to sell it, which I'm not sure if I would want to, because this is kind of like my baby, but just so that way, you know, it has less miles, so then I can get more out of it. You know, because if I'm gonna put my time and money into this, and you know, this is, like I said, this is my baby, so if I am gonna gonna sell it, I want to get, you know, my sentimental value out of it, as well as the actual value of the car. So
and actually on the, what do you call it, so for like, say for instance in the future, because of the car's sentimental value, would you ever have the idea of like letting go of the car, or is this like your baby, you know, like your one only?
I mean, ultimately, if it comes down to it, and like if I can get like one of my dream cars, but I need to get rid of this, I'm most probably gonna do it. But if like, I just love having a manual car, so like if I was to have to get an automatic or something, then I would not sell this car, because just for the pure fact of, sometimes driving manual can like be horrible, like with traffic and stuff like that. This, like, I love this car in traffic. It's not bad, you know, and just driving manual is so fun. Like,
heck yeah,
it takes some getting used to if you've never driven manual before, but once you get the hang of it, it's one of the best
feeling ever.
Yeah, you know, you can play around with stuff a little bit more and stuff like that. So,
and what I love about it too is because, like, when I used to have the Saturn, I used to call it the shitbox. The Saturn, I loved driving manual, and I loved how it gave me that thrill and experience. And when I I bought the Jetta and it was automatic, you know, right now I miss it so much, like horribly, you know, just driving manual. And I know once when I do, if I ever do upgrade to like a better Jetta, like the GLI one, or if I get like a different Volkswagen, I'm definitely getting a standard like 5 or 6 speed, because man, I'm sitting here, I'm itching.
it's fun, but at the same time, you know, when it's a daily driver, if you're, you know, if you just don't have the love for it, like it's not gonna be a good car. Like, you're gonna want a different car.
Exactly.
And you know, I have a love of cars and manual and stuff like that, so that's why this is like the perfect daily for me.
Perfect daily.
And I also had another daily that I went and bought, and that was a manual. But that car was just, I mean, I got it, I traded my other car that I had for the winter, and I traded it because, you know, I wanted another manual car to have. And the sad part is that the guy didn't have any oil in it, and I didn't even think to check about it because it was running so healthy. And then like 2 or 3 days after I bought it, it shot a rod through the block. So then I ended up, you know, I got the downside of it. And I mean, that happens. I was like,
I actually want to stay in this lane. I was gonna see if we wanted to go for a highway drive. Pools, But as you were saying though,
we can go down. You want to go down Larkin to go around that way, or which way do you want to go?
Do you want to do 55 since it's less potholes? If you wanted to save your, we can definitely, for sure. Ooh, you guys heard that? Oh yes.
Yeah, I don't know if it. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell on camera because I know I've tried to get a video of that sound before. But I love hearing the like blow off of the cold air intake from the inside. Sure, it's nice on the outside, but like, you can hear all of the sounds from the inside, because when you have the windows down, like, you can hear the cold air intake, but you also hear a lot more of that exhaust. And so I just like having that. Eventually I am gonna get a little diverter valve, which will give it a little bit more of like a more blow off to it. Because like right now it's just the cold air intake, so once I get that diverter valve, it'll sound completely different.
Sound really good, And actually, that's what I wanted to do on the Jetta, because the problem with my Jetta is that it's a baby turbo, and that the downpipe supposedly from factory, it's just like a plastic, you know, electronic like thing. And so I seen a guy where he actually put like a custom made downpipe that he made with a big old blow off valve, and holy cow, like, you actually got to hear the full turbo spool from it. And so that's something I definitely got to work on mine, and I got to actually check on with the tuner to see, once when I like tune it on the computer and stuff, to see with like how much like boost it's pushing out and how healthy can I do it. Because I know I talked to another Jetta owner, and he said that I would have to, what do you call it, there's something that I had to do in order to compensate it for like the engine to still be healthy and stuff, but he was pushing out like a lot of boost from it, and so I was like, snap, it was pretty dope. And so that's something I was just like, oh man. Kind of reminded me.
And one thing that's nice is, like, my turbo is in the front, so all my turbo work, like working on my turbo and doing everything with that, it's so easy, because I think with yours it's the same, but I know with GTIs, they have a rear mount turbo, which is nice, but at the same time, like, it's a little bit harder to work on.
For sure, dude.
But yeah, this car is so easy to work on. Mainly because it is a 4-cylinder, so there's a lot of room. And you know, my favorite part about this car though is, sure, it seems like your normal everyday car. But my favorite is when I'm driving down the street and I see the little kids that are walking with their parents or whatever, and I drive by and like, either the exhaust will pop, or, you know, like, it'll flutter or blow off with the cold air intake, and I like just seeing them like kind of like break their necks or smile or stuff like that. And that's just, I just love that. Like, I do get a lot of hate for this car, just because, you know, like it doesn't keep up with everyone or this and that, but I like having the unique build. Like this is a unique car, and it's not like every day you see Mopar edition. And like I was telling you earlier when we were hanging out, is that there's only 3 of these around the Chicago area in Illinois that I know of. One of the guys I know pretty well, because when I worked at Dodge, he would bring his car in all the time, and then I found out that he worked at a Discount Tire. When I went in there, you know, to get everything situated, I ended up seeing him there, and I was like, oh, you know, how's it going? And he's got a pretty clean build on his. Like he went, and one thing that he got is he got a different. So I have a K&N cold air intake. And he actually got one from Mopar, and it's super cool. Like it's a blue tubing, and on the tubing it has his actual number of what his car is. It'll say, so his is like, I think number 6 of 500. So on his cold air intake, it has the Mopar logo, and then it says 6 out of 500. And I thought about getting it, but at the time money was a little tight, and that was like $400 versus mine was like $230. So I was like, you know, I'm just gonna go with the cheaper one, and I can't complain, you know. I've had so much fun, you know, just with how it sounds. And I definitely have some work to do with the exhaust, because sometimes it does get really raspy. But
crackling, right?
Yeah, and so eventually once I'm gonna go and get a full custom exhaust, because right now it's kind of, you know, I just cut stuff off and then welded it, and so I have stock piping, and you know, so it'll be nice to have one full solid piece of, you know, exhaust piping to go through, and then I'll have the active exhaust, so that I can flip a switch and just have straight turbo noises, or, you know, close it and I can have, you know, 2-step out the back, because I don't want to 2-step it with it right underneath the car, just because it is going to be like having fuel go through there, and I don't want, you know, something, my car to catch on fire underneath. I'd rather, you know, burn off my back bumper and have that than
just set something on fire. Actually, there's a kid that I know that also has a Dart. What was it? He has an orange Dodge Dart. I don't know if you know him. He used to go to like all like the meets with us too.
Oh, does he have the like rainbow headlights?
I'm not too sure. He's got the engine cover painted blue that he did.
Oh, yes.
And he has it where it's at the rev limiter to like kind of like, I think, for like a 2-step. And so that's something that I was like, oh snap, you can do probably like a rev limiter just like his, but something where it's a more, because it's a Mopar edition, you could probably get more of that like pop, you know, and the computer setup, you know.
One thing I was actually really surprised with this car is when I first got it, it like had like little pops. When I first got it with the stock exhaust, and you know, right now I can make it pop a lot and real loud and shoot flames and stuff. But it's a lot of work, cause like it's all on me. Like I have to tap the gas like real fast,
just like real quickly for it to flutter.
And so then it'll backfire then. But you know, it's kind of annoying sometimes, cause like if it doesn't pop, then I'm just kind of sitting there revving. And so I just kind of want to get my 2-step so that I can set it where I know, because I know like usually where it likes to pop. So I can always just set my 2-step to that, and then you know, all I have to do then is just put it into gear, press in the clutch, and just hold the gas, and then it'll just have pops all day long. And the nice thing about it with the tune also is I will be able to have like a crackle tune, so that when I let off, it kind of does like the same pops,
like the crackle pop noises that does. Dude, that would actually be real dope. Heck yeah. Honestly, and actually, we're actually coming up to the highway right now. I just said actually twice. That was pretty funny, but we're coming up to the highway right now. We're going to be going on Highway 55. We're gonna see how it handles. You know, we're gonna do a couple pulls. and just kind of really experience, you know, because right now through traffic, as you can tell with normal driving, you know, it's just standard, you know. How do you feel on the driving experience just through traffic for you?
Traffic's not too bad. There was only one time I really struggled in this car. I was having some transmission issues, and I had taken my car to Chicago to go pick up my exhaust tips. And I don't know why, but the guy had told me that he wanted to meet at like 6 o'clock, so I got stuck with rush hour. And, you know, so it was tough. I got stuck in, you know, stop and go traffic. So it was a lot of work on my clutch, and I ended up burning my clutch a little bit. But normally driving in traffic isn't too bad. It's just like driving your normal car, you know?
Yeah.
For me at least, you know, because I'm used to driving manual and everything. I've been doing it for a few years. And so, you know, when you drive your car, you kind of get a little frustrated in traffic and everything. And so I'm the same way. It's just I have a little bbit more like work to do because I have to mess with the clutch and like gearing and everything. So
check it out. This is highway drive. It definitely picks up. Oh my, that's really good.
It picks up a little bit. It'll be a lot better because this car factory, these cars have like a lot of throttle lag. So I also have that, and then I also have to deal with my turbo lag. So there is some things that, you know, will definitely be upgraded just with the tune that I'm getting.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I'm actually getting a nice deal from one of my buddies, the guy who runs the Darts of America. He's so cool. I hit him up about a month ago because he had the tune. The tune is from Euro Compulsion. So it's for like Alfa Romeos, Fiats, and the Darts. And they're normally like $800 for my car. And he said that he's gonna sell it to me and ship it to me from California for $500. And I had texted him that like a month ago, and then, you know, like I had other stuff that I had to pay for. So I wasn't able to get it, and I texted him like a week ago and asked if he still had it, and he said that he's been holding on to it for me. So
heck yeah, that's definitely awesome, buddy, man. And actually right now we got nice open road. This is beautiful, man. And here I am now, like really impressed with, especially the Mopar edition, you know, and this is beautiful.
So I used to work for Tyson, and worked for Dodge there, and that's actually where I got this car. And you know, a lot of people say like, oh, you know, like Scat Packs and Hellcats are like where it's at, and like I agree, you know, like if I was I would definitely own a Hellcat. But I feel like that wouldn't make a great like daily driver. Like they're not as comfortable or like fuel efficient. That's one thing that is amazing about this car. Like I can beat on it. I can be doing, you know, 100 miles an hour on the highway here, and I'm still getting, you know, like 24 miles to the gallon. And so, you know, it's a nice little 4-cylinder. I can keep up with some of the people, but you know, like I said, I'm still a 4-cylinder. I'm not a V8 or anything like that. So, but it's definitely a fun car, you know, to get around in, to drive around. It pulls a little bit, and it's just all about how you drive it. I mean, and this car, I feel that it drives like so much better when you beat on it. I feel like that's just how this car is. Like sometimes I'll try and take her easy, and like the car just doesn't feel like it wants to run right. So I'm trying to squeeze it over here. just because right now my car isn't tuned, and so my cold air intake when I normally drive on the regular roads, it's not doing much for my car.
Yeah.
Because it's more of like for when I do like poles and like roll racing and stuff like that. But you know, like when I just normally am driving, I'm not getting much power difference, but I definitely notice it when I'm like on the highway. Like it'll pick up a lot faster than it used to.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely once I have this car tuned, it'll be, you know, it's crazy how much will change with just a tune.
With just a tune, yeah.
And I know that I've mentioned it a lot, but that's because this tune that I'm getting like affects almost everything with this car, because there's so many factors from the factory that just weren't perfect.
Yeah.
And like Euro Compulsion really figured out all of those like tweaks and to make this car, you know, like a nice kind of like a little sports car, you know.
Heck yeah.
So that's definitely one thing that I'm really looking forward to.
I hear it. Oh, that felt so dope. Man, speed and adrenaline. They can go together, or it's a bad combination, but for me it's a thrill.
Oh dude, I love the adrenaline.
It's like the best feeling ever, man. I remember back then, actually, we were in my buddy's car. He told me to drive it. We were in like some back roads or something, and as soon as I floored it, that was when at that moment I told myself I'm in love.
Oh yeah, there's nothing more I love in this car than just banging gears, or you know, when all the boys are out on the highway or stuff like that, we're all cruising, we're mobbing. You know, that's my favorite thing in the world, you know, just all the smiles on all of our faces, because you know, we're moving in and out of traffic, or you know, we're just cruising in a single file line, you know. Sometimes we get, you know, 40-50 plus cars, you know. Definitely around here we do have a pretty good car community.
Oh yeah.
And I'm in a pretty good crew right now. I'm with 630 Racing. Everyone's out in Bolingbrook, or from around here, you know, but we all go to Bolingbrook and we go race and stuff, you know, in Mexico and stuff like that. And but yeah, the rest of my crew in my car, their Instagram is 630 Street Cinema. They have it's my buddy Rob. He takes all the photos. He's got a pretty clean build going on. Oh yeah. His daily driver is a C6 Corvette. And then his project car, or like his race car, is a I'm not sure what year it is, but he has a Integra. And it's getting like fully built, you know. It's gonna be it's gonna be a fast car. And
heck yeah.
So I'm excited to see that. And you know, we've got a few other, that crew is a lot of V8s, and you know, we have a couple Mustangs and a couple Camaros, the Corvette. We have a '86 Monte Carlo. And that thing is one of the cleanest cars around, man. Let me tell you, like, if you love old school cars, that is definitely
like the way to go.
Definitely, he has a very clean build with that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, no, they're super cool guys. If you want to check out some of their stuff, it's all on 630 Street Cinema.
Oh yeah.
I have my car on there with a couple photos, but you know, we definitely have some good stuff there going.
Good content and stuff.
Yeah, I'm actually looking, hopefully we can get another shoot with my car so that I can have more content for my Instagram page, because it's kind of hard right now because I don't have a professional camera. I'm still waiting to go and get one. Yeah. So a lot of my good shots are just shot on an iPhone or something, you know. So I have a few pictures on there from, you know, like in the city or just a few pictures that my buddies took for me.
Yeah.
And which was super cool. You know, they were just like, oh, you know, let's just go. Like, because a lot of them, like, they do like paid shoots because like they do like really good work. And so I mean, you know, when they hit me up and they're like, you know, let's go drive.
Yeah.
I'm like, and go and take pictures. I'm like, all right, I'm totally down.
Heck yeah.
And you know, I just love having people like that. You know, it's nice having friends that appreciate your build and everything and what you want to do with your car, because that's one of the main things that keeps people in the car community, because there is a lot of hate in the car community, but you just have to learn to block it out and stick with your homies that are gonna be there, because those are definitely the ones who are gonna, you know, actually be there to help you work on your car, you know?
Heck yeah, and that's a great feeling, you know, just to have everyone come together and just do something that we love to do, you know, and which is just an amazing feeling, and you know,
yeah. We'll try and get another little pull here.
A little pull, cool. Shot right here too, so you'll definitely see that. And now that we're actually heading back, is there anything that you wanted to tell the subscribers and people that are viewing this video on this channel today? Is there anything that you wanted to let them know about purchasing, either whether if it's a Dart GT or they get lucky with like a limited edition, or even just a normal Dart? What would you recommend, and what would you like to tell them?
I would definitely make sure you, if you do have a Dart or you buy a Dart, to make sure you check your oil a lot, because these cars do have a tendency to burn a lot of oil. And then if you have the chance to buy a manual, I think that the manual Darts are definitely, not just because, you know, not to be biased or anything, but just from working at Dodge, there's a few Darts that come in, and a lot of the ones that have a manual transmission, they don't have as many problems as the, you know, the ones with the automatics. But definitely one thing I would say is don't take everyone's opinion to heart. Like, you know, just build it how you want to build, and that's just any car.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, if you guys wanna just hook up my Instagram and, you know, give me a follow and just like a couple of the pictures, and make sure you guys are smashing that subscribe button for my boy Joey here.
Heck yeah.
Because, you know, he's got some awesome content on there, so
definitely.
And hopefully we'll keep it going. So.
Heck yeah, man. And once again, thank you for coming out, you know, for this vehicle review. Definitely means a lot. And so hopefully in the future, you know, we can get more of his build and his quality content, you know. And if you guys definitely want to check that out, I'll put it in the link description down below for you guys, so you guys can check out his Instagram. And then once when he creates a YouTube channel, hopefully me and him can get together again, and then we'll both be recording together, so I can put the description for his channel in the future down below. And then yeah, that's basically it for today's vehicle review. If you guys definitely enjoyed it, please give a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And once again, guys, stay safe and stay healthy. Have a good rest of the day. Diaz Vlogs is out.
Hey guys, Diaz Vlogs here. If you guys enjoyed the content, smash that subscribe button. Also, if you guys want a shout out, make sure to comment down below and hit that like button. But once again, guys, thank you guys for staying tuned. Have a good rest of the day.